Hello, Hollywood. Welcome to pitching Steven Spielberg 30, Epilogue N, on stage Ian. Having an audience in the palm of your hand is professional, but being there with them is transcendent. I'm going to reprise such a performance now, one I gave on May 13 in White Rock, BC. Is that possible with no live audience? Yes, because the camera is an audience, the biggest audience of all. It's showtime. Doggerel is the poor relation of poetry, generally denigrated by bards and critics alike. But it has its place, because humor is soul food. This one's an homage to the nonsensical verse of Lewis Carroll. There once was a man who one day with his son found himself locked in a quandary. "We're all alone in here," said the man with a tear, "and they won't open the doors until Monday." "You're mistaken, you know," spoke up an old crow. "Here's where we girls do our laundry." "Quite so," said a hen, "along with a wren, 10 fish, 2 cows, and a donkey." "They've raised the prices again," complained the hen, "and the coin machine's plugged up with dirt. It's a pig pen in here, and I've waited a year just to wash, rinse, and dry Henry's shirt." "The reason, you know," spoke up the old crow, "is the fish. Watch, you'll see I'm no liar. They spend all their dimes getting wet in the wash, and they never go round to the dryer." "We would if we could, but we can't, don't you see?" said the fish to the glass rather flat. "If the dryers were wetter, we'd oblige to the letter, but they aren't, so we won't, and that's that." "I hate to intrude," said the wren to the hen, "because I'm so frightfully small. But if I were you, I know what I'd do. I'd open the doors in them all." And the cows quickly agreed, and so did the crow, but sadly the donkey demurred. "Oh, he's just like those men," said his wife to the hen, "and of their opinion we're all quite inured." "Dad, I've got a wish. Things look bad for the fish. Let's take them home if they'll go. They're really quite small, no trouble at all. I know things would work out just so. We'll only agree if you promise us tea at 9, 11, 12, 1, and 2, with butter on toast and the jam we like most spread thick. Any less will not do." The boy agreed to their wish and put the fish in a dish. This solution, said one, couldn't be sounder. So into the house, along with the mouse, moved 6 perch, 3 bass, and a flounder. I've seen the trees aflame with fire no time could consume, and I've seen fearsome ancient men curled in a stone-lined womb, clutching spears and gourds of grain, hoping against hope once again. Life beyond the material plane is akin to the one they'd known. Medieval man thought the world a grain of sand, cradled in God's loving hand. Absurd, of course. That's not the way. Universes every day form and melt, then disappear. A moment's thought, a hope, a fear, a glimpse though distant, divinity's near, and we too are no more. 3 ages of man, each unknown to the other, strangers still, all a brother, children of sweet mystery, rocking in time's endless sea, praying we're not alone. I have an affection for parable sonnets. A camel, a lion, and a child one day went out to play. "Ride me," said the camel, "I really don't mind." "Not me," said the lion, "I'm one of a kind." "You're blind," laughed the child. "Climb on or get lost. Both cost too heavy a price. Neither is nice. My advice, which no doubt you'll ignore, is don't yell or roar. They're a bore. Just be what you are, like me, happy and free." To experience the paranormal safely, an umbrella of virtue is mandatory. So, children, if you've a spark of decency, if you know where it's at, whenever a hippo comes to town, you'll kindly tip your hat. And should the rivers all run dry, before the fish need ask, you'll always pray for a little rain. You'll monopolize the task. Slugs and babies, earthworms, bats, are living creatures, truth and fact. They're also rather short and fat. When you meet them, exercise some tact. for goodness sake. As for aardvarks, I'm quite aground. In fact, I'm all at sea. I've never known a single one, and none have known of me. You never know from day to day just how things will change. You never know from day to day what the fates will rearrange. The caterpillar, creepy thing, becomes a butterfly at wing, while frightening high-class sexy bitches overnight age into witches. Their plump and timid country cousins drop sweet babies by the dozens. Clever, witty city men drink too much and drop dead when slow and lumbering rural birds grow strong and healthy heaping turds. I've seen clean Christian youths burn out and burned out hippies turn about, while madmen back pure waters drink, psychiatrists teeter on the brink. Young children shy soon grow up bold, those independent do as they're told. What I've not yet seen is one constant sane, of balanced soul and kindly brain. It makes me think our lives are schools, designed to make wise men of fools. There you have it. That was the performance. We'll only give them 5 minutes each. Encore! Encore! Really? How flattering. Experience and the skies of Saskatchewan fathered the following. Clouds tall and copper, brass winds blowing, snowing down below, gold sun shining, bluebirds dining in the air, on silver insects bathing there, sistered nymphs with glistening hair, watched by a sage reclining bare, in love with beauty everywhere. A park in St. John's, Newfoundland, and bachelorhood birthed. Alone in the park, with a dog in the dark moving in, children grin running home, dinner calls. Night falls, tall shadows and pigeons, a few stars and I remain to summon the moon. Encore! All right. One more. Few of my poems possess titles. This one's an exception. It's called Poet's Corner. I capture the best of the last that I write, repeat them all over by day and by night, till rote renders them common, and pleasure goes weary, showing me each, though perfect in theory, is after all but one leaf in a tree, in a forest of thought, dying to be free. My screenplays are just as good as that performance, and so are my numerous novellas and novels. What are you waiting for, Hollywood? Tempus fugit.